Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my Premier League predictions for the week. It's a double header this week because we got some midweek games. Now, before I get into this week's games, I've been reading through some of the comments, and one of the comments that people have been saying is that they want me to go through my last week's results so we can see exactly how well or how bad I done. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Last week's results, first game up was West Ham against Leicester. Now, I said it was going to be a 2-1 win to West Ham. The actual result was 1-1, so I get absolutely nothing for that. Next up, we have Palace against Stoke. I said it would be a 2-1 win to Crystal Palace. The actual score was 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Double points for me. Next up, we have Manchester United against Brighton. I said that it would be a 3-0 win to Manchester United, but in fact, it was only 1-0. So I didn't get the correct score, but I got the result right. Next up, we have Newcastle against Watford. I said it would be a 2-1 win to Newcastle. The actual score was 3-0 to Watford. So I get absolutely nothing for that. Swansea against Bournemouth. I said this one would be a 1-1 draw. The actual score was 0-0. So again, I get the result right, but I didn't get the correct score. Spurs against West Brom. I said it would be a 2-0 win to Spurs. The actual score was 1-1. So I get nothing for that. Liverpool against Chelsea. I said the score would be 2-2. The actual score was 1-1. So again, I got the result right, but not the correct score. Southampton against Everton. I said it would be a 2-1 win to Southampton. The actual score was 4-1. So again, I got the result right, but not the correct score. Burnley against Arsenal. I didn't actually predict the score, but I did say that Arsenal would win. So I got that one right. Huddersfield against Manchester City. I said that Man City would win this one 3-1. The actual result was 2-1. So again, I got the result right, but not the correct score. In terms of correct scores, I got 1 out of 10. It's always difficult predicting a score, especially in the Premier League. But in terms of results, I got 7 out of 10 right. That's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. We'll have to see this week whether I can actually beat that. It'd be nice to get a 10 out of 10. Anyway, let's move on to this week's fixtures. And like I said, it's midweek games. And first up, we're going to start with the Tuesday night games. And it's Brighton against Crystal Palace. Brighton, I don't know. Crystal Palace, great result last time round. I'm actually going to go for a Crystal Palace win for this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. Leicester against Spurs. Now, Spurs are a lot better away from home than they are at home. Unless, of course, they're going to the Emirates because they lost there. Leicester not doing too bad. I don't know. I'm going to sit on the fence with this one. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Watford against Manchester United. Watford, great result last time round. Manchester United not playing great at the moment. I'm actually going to go for a Watford win with this game. I'm going to go for a Watford 2-1 win. Last of the Tuesday games is West Brom against Newcastle United. It's a really difficult one to call this. I'm just going to sit on the fence and I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. We're moving to Wednesday games, and the first one up is Arsenal against Huddersfield. I'm going to go for an Arsenal win all day long, and I'm actually going to go for a 3-1 win. Next up, we have Bournemouth against Burnley. Burnley doing really well. Felt they were very, very unlucky to lose the game against us the other day, in all fairness. Bournemouth, they need to start picking up some points big time. But I'm actually going to go for a Burnley win here, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 win. Chelsea against Swansea. Quite simply, it's going to be a Chelsea win in this game, and I think it'll be quite comfortable. I'm going to go for a Chelsea 3-0 win. Everton against West Ham. What a game this promises to be. Everton really, really need to start winning. So do West Ham, to be quite honest. I don't know where I'll sit with this one. I'm going to just edge Everton for it with a home advantage, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. Manchester City against Southampton. Can't see anything but a Manchester City win, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. Last of the games is Stoke City against Liverpool. Stoke, they also need to start picking up some points. They're really, really, really in bad form at the moment. Liverpool, they need to start winning. It's going to be a tough away game Wednesday night. It's going to be cold in Stoke. Will the Liverpool players be able to do it on a cold night in Stoke? I think they will, and I'm going to go for a Liverpool 2-1 win. So there we have it. That's the Premier League predictions for the midweek games. Let me know in the comments section whether you agree or what your score predictions will be. I'll review these scores in the next few days. And if you're new around here, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you lot later on in the week. Keep an eye out for the matchday vlog after the Huddersfield game. I'm out of here.